Hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Catherine Blair, and I'm the Program Leader for Broadcast Journalism, and also one of the newly appointed Senior Professional Practice Fellows. And today I wanted to tell you about some of the work I've been doing to get our students collaborating with students across the world. And I hope it inspires some of you to think about maybe doing something similar. So the story really begins with this person. And I remember the news of her, Greta Thunberg, trying to, in September 2019, to find a way of getting to the UN's Climate Action Summit in New York without flying. I started to think about how someone so young, so small, had started this global movement. And then I started thinking about Leeds Trinity, a small institution. How could it make a big impact too? So an idea was born to create a global rolling television broadcast hosted by our students right here at Leeds Trinity, but going to other universities across the world, making use of their student stories from their communities and places in the world, and how they were tackling climate change. And it would all happen over the 50th anniversary of World Earth Day on the 22nd of April 2020. From when that day dawned at the international dateline until it set, with university students presenting during different parts of the day, but hosted from here in our TV studio at Leeds Trinity. So I started reaching out to contacts I'd made at conferences, and the word started to spread, and amazingly, no one thought I was crazy, or they didn't say so to my face. We spoke over Skype to students at Fresno State University, others in the Netherlands and in Toronto, and gradually we built up this commitment from around a dozen universities worldwide for this one broadcast. And then we were hit with the pandemic, of course, and students left universities across the world. Projects disintegrated. I came down with COVID even before the first lockdown. It all fell apart and the broadcast was canceled. But we didn't want to throw out all the hard work. We used our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter platforms to publish the work and got great feedback from the students and the tutors who were involved. But what I learned through the process is that mine was not a unique idea. Of course not. In fact, there had been something going on for several years that I hadn't been aware of, the Global News Relay. Different topics each year, lots of universities taking part. And so did we this year on the theme of emerging from the pandemic, along with 10 universities worldwide, and it was broadcast on Facebook and YouTube in April.
Hi from our TV studio at Leeds Trinity University in the north of England. We are your presenters Mark and Jael. Join us for our section of the Global News Relay, where we will be covering a selection of stories, starting with schools and how the pandemic has affected student teachers. We speak to the health enthusiasts who have found their love for fitness and improved their health while stuck at home. And we go live to the Isle of Man, where one of our reporters looks at how theatres are springing back into action.
We have many more stories to come, to make sure to watch our program in the Global News Relay. But for now, that's all from us. Thank you and goodbye.
That's the promo we used, and you can find the full program online. And there was more. Back in December, my third years got involved with another global project called Let's Talk Racism. They created films, interviews, and they co-presented the programs. It was hosted in Toronto at Ryerson University and involved 7 universities. And our students, you can see 2 of them here. Kudzi Chinenbiri is in the top center and Emily Hartley at the bottom left. They were co-presenters. All of this is just to give you 3 examples of the global collaborations I've been involved with our students. But why bother? Well, they enjoyed it. They loved to collaborate and interact with other students internationally. They found it positive and felt it was an opportunity to speak to so many other students. And watching back the programs gave them a real sense of achievement. It went beyond teaching journalism because they were able to explore how different students experience racism. Kudsi said that when she was discussing similar experiences with international students, she learned the importance of being united in the active fight against racism. So to take the collaboration further, I got my students working with students at Breda University in the Netherlands. You can see their tutor in the bottom left, April de Haas, joining our class to tell us more about the Global News Relay. Our students sent her students pitches for stories via video, and then they sent back a video with their feedback, and vice versa. Again, the feedback from the students was overwhelmingly positive. It was their favorite aspect of the module. They found it rewarding, felt it opened up opportunities, built their confidence, gave them insight into a foreign university, and gave them an edge. They found the opportunity exciting. So these examples got me thinking about giving our students more of an idea of being global citizens. I think if we look at the opportunities we already have and pull them together, we can create something really special. We have study abroad, which is great, but not many students take up that opportunity. And then there are placements internationally, but again, not everyone can take advantage of those. So with class projects where we make use of the technology we've all gotten to know very well over this pandemic period, it means students can still experience some of those opportunities of talking to and learning from students in other countries. And once again, I'm not alone. I know we reach out in research, but other departments also reach out internationally. In psychology, Lara de Prato will be teaching with Taylor's University in Malaysia and the University of Opole in Poland during the upcoming academic year in a module called Psychology Around the World. And lecturers from the 3 universities will teach, and the students will work across the 3 countries in groups to produce a poster or presentation. They've already worked out the timings to fit everyone's differing semester days and also the best time to join together on teams to take account of the different time zones. And I'm really excited to see how it works out. And Chris Rowley and Nicola Arjamanka and Sheila King have been running a trip to South Africa for a few years, where primary education students and others in sports and health go to KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa for 2 weeks. And when that couldn't happen due to the pandemic, they were asked to set up something online. And that work has set up a collaboration that will carry on and expand in other areas and hopefully mean a return in person again. But they were able to link Leeds Trinity students to students in South Africa online. And they met, they carried on working together for the 6-week placement. They used WhatsApp and other forms of communication. Outside of Leeds Trinity, there are similar collaborations. At the State University of New York, they have a whole center of collaborative online international learning. And I think that in our own small way, we can do the same by reaching out, thinking creatively, and getting our students to broaden their horizons and learn more than just the course content. So my call to action to all of you is to think about how you might try your own collaboration. And if you have any questions or want to tell me about the exciting projects you're already working on, please get in touch by email or tweet me at Canadian Cath. Thank you.